Let's cook. Who knows? Man, who knows? Who knows? It's mad moody when it's like this, and I just want to get close to the microphone and do like the sexy talk. Like, yo, what's going on, beautiful people? My name's Nelly. They call me the 2-inch killer. Ugh. Stupid. Oh man, what's going on, y'all? I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood. Yeah, nobody knows. Yeah, who knows? What's good with y'all? I know it took a while, but we back. Or we bike. We bike. Let's get into today's show, y'all. Let me cook. All right. We in here. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. We are now our video is now available on Spotify. I don't know why my mouth wouldn't let me say that, but yeah, our videos are now on Spotify. Shout out to Spotify. They doing big things, man. Cut me one of them checks. I'll take like 15 million by Thanksgiving. I'm supposed to be saying that over and over. Oh, did I lose my viewers because I said the word? Damn, are y'all serious? Y'all cut my feed? That's wild, bro. That's funny. Because, bro, what can we? Is there satire anymore? Can we not say anything? Like, what is the point, yo? That's crazy, bro. That shit don't make no sense, bro. Then there's like a time limit to when I could cuss. I'm a grown man, bro. I ain't gonna be playing with these damn. Like, it just doesn't make no sense. Like, bro, ain't nobody getting hurt by this. What is wrong with y'all? It ain't my fault. Nelly got a tiny dick. Oh, my bad. The whole viewership count dropped to 0, and I thought it was because of Nelly's tiny dick. It's not my fault. That's his mama's fault. What does it take to be number one? One, or whatever the fuck that song was. That shit was ass anyway. All right, let's get to today's show. I'm done talking shit about this loser. Oh, well, I'm gonna bring it back up. What up, Loner? What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. If this is your first time watching, hit the like button. That'll bring other people on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, hit the like button, the love button. Let me know how you doing. Comment, share it. If you're on Spotify, I don't think you get to like it on Spotify, but you can rate the podcast. We'd appreciate that. I need your feedback. Tell me if I'm doing good. You got to validate me. Validate me with the stars and shit, because I'm not going to be like the Joe Budden podcast unless you guys put me on them charts. So we got shits to do. If you've been here before, you know what a fridge is. Get you a water. We got some shit to talk about. Now, if you're watching, you can't listen to the music and you don't get to hear all the sound effects and stuff. There's not many sound effects, but the music is a big deal because that sets the mood, right? Today's song is Blink 182, All the Small Things, since apparently washed up rappers and half-ass R&B rappers want to show off their itty bitty teeny weeny shriveled little short. What's that shit that white girl was doing? That motherfucker was going crazy. We'll get into today's show and today's topics. Remember, if this is your first time watching as well, we're recording for the podcast. So once we hit record, things start to change. I might say some shit and you're like, why are you yelling at the camera? Because that's what I do. So let's have a good time and let's laugh and let's do this. Let us do this. Do you think Ashanti was disappointed? Or how about Floyd Mayweather's girlfriend when she left him and she had to deal with that shit? That sucks. I don't give a fuck if they kick my feed. All the small things. I ain't see it. Pause. At my show. What a good song. Waiting. Zorating. What a nasty way to chop up a word. I will not go. Turn the lights off. Carry me home. Boy, they went off. Nah. We gonna have a good show. It's Potiket. It's Kasabian Lavoe. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. My name's Kasabian, and I'll be your host behind the microphone with talent on loan from God. And welcome back to the show that nobody watches. We're here by ourselves. I talk to myself, and then you five. Okay, let me not play with Crip Mac. Crip Mac got beat the fuck. I'm sorry. I'm in the mood today. So, my name's Kasabian. This is the Kasabian Lavoe Show, and we're live from Las Vegas. Beautiful, sunny Las Vegas. And not only is it beautiful, sunny Las Vegas, we ain't seen a lick of cold winter shit. I mean, it's a little nippy at night, but I'm going to tell you something. You can go outside right now with some shorts and a tee, and you are straight. What's that boy Safari say? Skrit. All right, let's get into today's topics. On Friday, we'll be talking about Web3. I think it's becoming a topic that we should discuss, and if you don't know what Web3 is, let's talk about it. To the idiot on my Facebook feed that was talking about NFTs being a pyramid scheme, you're an idiot. There's nothing else I can say. You're doing 5 people venues, and you think an NFT is just a JPEG, and it's a pyramid scheme. I don't understand how it's a pyramid scheme if it only belongs to one person. But hey, you know what, bro? You know better than me. I got some confessions to make today, okay? Loner, you better be paying attention because I got one that you're going to be interested in. Pause. What else is going on? Most rappers lie. That's a fact. Did you guys know that Joe Rogan's wife was the inspiration for fucking knocking boots? I hate beef. You see what happens when there's beef? Joe Rogan's wife was previously married to the dude that wrote that song. I'm knocking them boots. And she was the inspiration, apparently. That's fucked up. I didn't want to know that. I don't even know this lady. And I'm sorry, Joe. But everybody got to know. That's a phenomenal song. We grew up on that shit, bro. Like, what? That's what you got? Yo, Rogan never ceases to amaze me. Never fucking ceases to amaze me. This guy is something special, bro. That guy was anointed. You understand me? Like, this kid, that dude's fucking anointed. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about Ford and GM pissed off about the prices of their cars. And can they really regulate that? We'll see what happens with that. And then we got some Vegas news. Two Vegas stories that we'll talk about. Elon is, I'm assuming he's a little upset. They launched up some satellites and they lost 40 out of 49. That's pretty shitty. Also, I got an idea for a space company, so I'm gonna see who wants to help me put together this space company. Then we got to talk about Snoop Dogg. We'll start the show with Snoop Dogg buying Death Row. That's amazing. Shout out to Snoop. All right, is this a safe space? I have to ask. I just wanna be honest. Can I be honest? Can y'all? Are we good? Can I tell y'all? Can I be? Susan. I didn't like this guy. Pause. I was very critical of this guy. I felt if there was ever a culture vulture, I thought this person was that. I thought this person used black media, black social media, and black social issues to perpetuate their career. And damn it, he fucking grew on me. And it's not that. He's actually just like a dude that's in the culture, and he's grown, and I appreciate his growth. Pause. Seriously, pause. We're talking about way too many dicks on the show today. But Andrew Schultz, I fucking love this dude. I saw the episode of Flagrant 2 where they had on the boys from the Fresh and Trick podcast, and it was, besides his little Knight Rider joke that failed horribly, it was so refreshing to see him almost in the big homie position. I don't think he ever puts himself in that position because he's always having fun with the show. And at that point in time, it was almost like a serious one-on-one with these dudes. And I really appreciated him in that moment. And I appreciate Andrew Schultz. And as a person that's been critical of him, I'm sure he's not listening. But yo, Andrew, bro, I appreciate you. And got a dude crush. I think you're fucking cool, bro. I fuck with you. I take back what I have said. I have grown myself, and I understand that in this pod space that, you know, we're all learning and growing. And as a community, you know, before I felt like I was probably a stranger in this game, but I mean, we in here now. So we're all a family, and we got to look out for each other. And I appreciate how you took them on, because I don't know if I can handle them that way, but you've been here longer, and I didn't respect what you had done, and I can honestly say that I take that back. I'm gonna take that back. Andrew Schultz, good dude. Check him out on Flagrant 2, Brilliant Idiots. He's got a new special coming out on Netflix, I believe. Oh, he hasn't even said it. I don't know anybody on the show, so don't start with me. I don't know nobody on their show. I know the Apu kid, he was dope, and I'm sorry, I'm not being racist. He has a stand-up about bring Apu back. He's kind of funny. Sometimes he's not. I'm getting to know him. Cool dude too, but you know, shout out to Andrew. You know, you thought it was Florida Boy Jay. Fuck him. He's a fucking cunt. I don't like that kid. Let me tell you something. You know why? I watch Star very rarely now. Star, my New York, you heard that? Star has a formula, right? Where he's like, this is our topic on Monday, and then Tuesday is beef with that person. Wednesday, he's friends with that person. And Thursday, there's always some bussy involved with fucking Star, bro. I just can't. And ever since Whack 100 chopped up Florida Boy Jay on Clubhouse that day and told his ass to shut the fuck up and stop being emotional, he disappeared, bro. His Perspective and Facts podcast went to shit. Perspective. All right. Y'all ready for my next confession? And I'm just trying to be honest with y'all, because I'm experiencing new things now in my life. Because I think I got to stop being so hood sometimes, right? So let me explain. I've never slept with my socks off. I have worn my socks during sex more than condoms. Facts. I have worn my socks to bed like every night in my entire life. Because, I don't know, in the hood, we're always afraid that somebody's going to break in or you got to fight. So you got to instantly have socks on to put shoes on to get to it. I don't know. Ask anybody that's from the hood, do you sleep with your socks off? I don't think anybody did. And to be honest with you, I think I never see my fucking feet. Like, I only look at my feet when it's time to get them like done and cleaned up and in the shower. But like, besides that, I never look at my fucking feet, nor do I feel my feet. So I don't have that type of like foot relationship. And I'm not a foot guy. My wife thinks I am. I'm not. I like her feet. My wife has very effeminate feet and effeminate hands. And like, it's sexy when women have very effeminate body parts. Like, some don't. You got some big ass hands, like, yo, what up, my boy? Like, you know, no, I don't like that shit. Like, I like nice feminine fucking body parts. I'm not gonna suck on her fucking toes, but paint them shits nice, and I'm gonna hold on to them motherfuckers while I'm blowing your back out. Like, shit, I want something to look at. You know what I'm saying? But That's besides the point. Shut up. Damn, why y'all made me go there like that? All right, check it out. I did something. It was different. And I need y'all to understand that. I slept with no socks. I did it. It was weird. I felt like I was swimming. Is that normal? Is that what it feels like when you sleep with no socks all the time? I have a really big bed, and it's soft memory foam with goose down in it, so there's a little mix of both. I have a very soft, expensive sheet set with the stupid blanket and shit. My feet have never touched any of that. That shit was amazing. I was just like tussling my feet all around and shit. And I was like, oh my God, I see what the fuck y'all do this for. But listen, let me tell you something. Don't tell nobody. I'm not comfortable telling people yet. I just wanted to tell y'all because it was so weird. And then I had to put socks on like right away when I woke up. I just couldn't deal with it. But that's it. That's what I felt like I was swimming. That was the experience. It was a little gross, but I liked it. I definitely liked it. I'm gonna say, but Let me tell you something. That no socks sleeping, that's different. Now, I'm not fucking without my socks. I'm not. All right, let's get into today's show. I just really want to get that out there. I thought that was something different. I heard something on TikTok that blew me away. This kid said strawberry milk is vegan because it doesn't come from cows. It was one of them like Yahoo bottles that was strawberry flavor. Does he think that strawberries got titties? What are we doing here? Why are we dealing with this type of shit? Can somebody help me? Can somebody please help me? Okay, here's my space idea. Space trash pickup. Sanitarium or sanitarium, but in a space. Right? Well, I'll tell you why in a minute. You'll understand. Trust me. It's going to be worth it. It's $1 million deal. Snoop Dogg. Well, yeah, let's get into Snoop Dogg. Oh, yeah. First off, if you don't know who Blackstone is before we get to the Snoop Dogg story, Blackstone is like the biggest investment firm in our country that owns a whole lot of real estate. They own casinos. They own record labels. They own a lot of shit. In this country, I have said this and I want to keep on expressing this. If you are from where I'm from, and I'm talking about the hood, the ghetto, shit like this, we are afraid of credit. We're afraid of credit cards and we're taught to just avoid them, right? Wrong. The only money that doesn't get taxed in this country is money that you borrow. Therefore, the system is literally built for you to borrow money all the time to avoid taxation. You use the money that you borrow to buy assets, not things that will depreciate. Homes aren't considered an asset all the time. In my eyes, they are. Some will tell you otherwise. But if you can borrow a large sum of money, commercial real estate's always a great buy. Or, talk to an advisor. But credit is key. Make sure if you're out here spending money, do it the right way. Use credit cards, stay protected, and understand why these big investment firms are always borrowing money and moving money around and making these giant deals happen with a blink of an eye. It's honestly, the American way. It really is. So Snoop Dogg, the stories from Complex. I wish it would have went to like Vibe magazine or something. I'm kind of upset that we didn't get a Vibe magazine or, anything, Shade 4-5, something big. Snoop could have done it on his show with Kevin Hart. But anyway, the stories from Complex. Snoop Dogg has acquired Death Row Records from Blackstone controlled company MNRK Music Group. According to the business, well, why didn't I get it from Business Wire? According to the Business Wire, the rap legend will be leading the brand for the coming year as the owner. Snoop originally joined Death Row in 1993, where he dropped his critically acclaimed album, Doggy Style. Here's a tidbit. Doggy Style is probably the best hip-hop album ever. Like, if you want to introduce someone to hip-hop, let them listen to Doggy Style. It's probably the best hip-hop album ever. I swear to God. Snoop will also be releasing his up-and-coming album, BODR, under the label on February 11th. Snoop is also the creative advisor over at Def Jam, so I thought this was going to come out on Def Jam. If you haven't been paying attention to Snoop right now, he's taking over the radio waves. Not too many artists are paying attention to the radio, and Snoop has done something very phenomenal. He's taken his music, and it's not the trap music or the drill music that you're listening to. It's more of an old boom bap, West Coast swag music, and he's picking artists from his genre, or excuse me, not from his genre, from his time period to really come together and like make this wave. And he's literally flooded the radios. So he's gonna create a new sound, a new old sound, just literally by market share, just by market share. And this is so big. If you don't understand how big this Death Row buy is, Death Row is key in hip hop history, key in history, period. I can go drive up to the apartments, which I think they're weekly now, where Suge Knight hung Vanilla Ice over the balcony and demanded his money for that damn bing, 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 beady, bing, bing. Like all that shit this is historical thing. Like these things that happened in the 90s and the 2000s that we were all just like living through are now like an amazing piece of history, and we can't forget them. Death Row Records did some amazing shit. If it wasn't for Death Row Records, we wouldn't have a lot of hip hop West Coast music. We wouldn't have a lot of hip hop stories. And I mean, what a better way to fucking really crescendo this story with Snoop buying them. Let me finish this up. This is a quote from Snoop. I'm thrilled and appreciative of the opportunity to acquire the iconic culturally significant Death Row Records brand, which has immensely untapped future value. That's a fact. NFTs and all the Snoop, Pac music. Man, there's so much music. The rap icon said, "It feels good to have ownership of the label I was a part of at the beginning of my career, and as one of the founding members, this is an extremely meaningful moment for me. I would like to personally thank the team at Blackstone, MNRK, and especially David Kensbaum, who worked collaboratively with me over several months to make this exciting homecoming a reality. I'm looking forward to building the next chapter of Death Row Records." Again, this is amazing. Shout out to Snoop. Shout out to everybody that made that happen. And let's see if they put out some new artists. As a matter of fact, too, they were just announced today, Kendrick is going to be a part of the Super Bowl show. That's a big deal. Shout out to K-Dot. I mean, I think everybody's waiting for Kendrick to come back and do some things. It's been a while for him, and I appreciate that they're doing that. That is a big deal. Hey, yo, another person I have a problem with, T.I. I'm gonna give him props. He's trying stand-up comedy now. Honestly, my curiosity is why. I really want to talk to him as to why. I think it's interesting. I don't think he's doing it for like a publicity stunt, nothing like that. I honestly think he's genuine. I watched a few of his clips. I mean, I think he has an idea of what stand-up comedy is, or at least he's giving us a version of what his is. Will he get better? I mean, if he stays at it, I don't see why. T.I. is a great rapper. Do I appreciate T.I. as a rapper? Fucking 1,000%. One of my favorites. Not top 10 and none of that, but definitely one of my favorites. And a huge fan. I just don't like the way he sees things, and I wish that we could have conversations where he had more pushback from someone that wasn't afraid to push back. Like, you know, he went at it with Candace Owens, when I know if he would have tried that shit with me, I would have put him in his place, because he was wrong when he went at her. And that type of shit is just, it's ignorance when we want to be in the echo chamber. And unfortunately, T.I. has a very powerful voice, but as we've seen in the past couple years, and I hate to take, let me not even, shout out to T.I., bro. Do your thing, man. I hope it's a lucrative venture. And if it's not, if it's just a passion project, even better, dog. I love it even more. The fact that you can pivot and do something new with your life at 41 is amazing. And I agree with you. Listen, switching from hip hop to doing this and wanting to get into hosting and shit like that, yes, it's scary. And I'm sure people talking shit like, "Oh, I can't believe you went from that to this." Hey, shout out to anybody starting something new. Y'all know how I feel about that. That's a big deal. That's how could you be mad at somebody doing something new? I'm just mad at the dumb shit he said. I felt like it was ignorant to say some of the shit that he said, and that was it. Besides that, I don't really fucking have an issue with T.I. Them big ass words don't mean shit to me when he says them anyway, so I think it's hilarious. Do you think that dealerships and manufacturers have a solid relationship? And I only say this because if you've looked for a new car recently, prices are through the fucking roof. I've given up all our leases, and all we have is our cars that we own cash. Unfortunately, we had an accident, so we only have the one car at the moment. And I'm looking for a new truck. I'm looking to see what's out there. And I mean, Escalades, $150K. Tesla, $150K. The G-Wagon is $350. That motherfucker's damn near $150 over fucking tag. I don't mind paying $120 for an Escalade. I don't see myself buying another one anytime soon. But I just don't know if I care for fucking $120,000 gas guzzler. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like the Tesla, but I'm not sold all the way either. So I have a lot of issues. I'm going around. I like that new Ford Mach-E. I think that shit is dope too. Hyundai just put out some crazy little race car. I kind of want to grab that motherfucker and drive around. But if you haven't seen what's going on due to the shortage, obviously dealerships are going to play on the numbers, and supply and demand, they can raise the price because inventory's low and they got to make sure that they maintain. GM and Ford actually have a problem with this. And although their MSRP is a suggested price, at the moment they feel like their customers are being robbed. And I agree 1,000%, bro. Like, there's 2 new trucks that are coming from Ford that are under $30,000. And they're not going to be sold at that. They're going to start at like 60, 70. The fucking Mustang Mach-E was supposed to be a $35,000 car. I've looked. The cheapest one I can get is like 75. It's $100,000, bro. Out the door, you're spending 100. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of kickbacks for the electric cars. There's no kickbacks for gas cars. And I really don't want a gas car. And I don't need a tax haven car, if you know what I'm talking about. So we need something to use that's besides business. Is going to be definitely a family car and something that we'll use to travel in. So it has to be big. It has to be reliable. And I don't know where to go. Anyway, with that being said, can these companies or manufacturers stop the dealerships from selling their cars at a price that's above sticker? I don't even know how that relationship works as a franchise, right? That's like trying to tell a business, well, no, because, okay, when I buy furniture, we buy it at a certain price, right? Whatever our wholesaler sells it at. And then they give us a suggested price. It's usually 4 times what we pay. Sometimes you go up, sometimes you go down just to make, get specials going and move things around. But the car industry right now is definitely taking advantage of people. And the chip shortage is always the excuse. I feel like there's a lot more to it than just chip shortage. But let's get into this story real fast from the Wall Street Journal. Ford chief executive Jim Farley, is it Fairley or Farley, said Thursday that dealerships who engage in this practice will face consequences, including losing supply of future models. Automakers set a manufacturer's suggested retail price, or an MSRP, when they ship the cars to dealerships. Dealerships aren't required to adhere to them, but under normal business and general... What the fuck is wrong with my mouth? But under normal business that has been generally practiced and expected. I guess. I just... It's hard for me to even read that out loud, to think that because they pick the price, you're just supposed to do what they say. I feel like this shortage is causing an issue, but I think there's more to it. I really think that, bro, cars are cheaper in California right now than they are in Nevada. Ford has determined that 10% of roughly 3,000 dealerships in the United States network are charging above sticker price. Mr. Farley said if they don't stop, Ford plans to take punitive actions by shipping them fewer sought-out models, and he added, there was a lot more to it. I'm going to cut it there. I'm not going to get into all the rigmarole of what they're doing and how they're trying to do that. I don't like that idea either, because now you're saying if they don't sell it at your price or what you were comfortable at, they're going to send the cars elsewhere. What is that going to do to the market? How much tougher is it going to make the market? I don't think people understand that right now the market is so fucked up. What they need to do is just pump out product. Get product where it needs to do. Like, flood these dealerships with cars, bring the prices down so that we have something to buy and we can move in. Average car payment has gone up. Average car price has gone up. Gas has gone up. Electricity's gone up. Natural gas has gone up. What are we doing? It's weird. And in our country, the way the free market works, you don't really get to pick and choose how pricing works for the person that bought it from you. You see what I'm saying? Like, once it's bought, they can do the fuck they want. Hey, okay, you could stifle them and try to slow them down, but I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Not at all. So let's talk about Elon's satellites. Last week, about 50 satellites were sent up into space. They were hit with a storm. And when you look at the pictures, our space orbit is covered in shit. There's just so many satellites and dead satellites and all these floating parts and pieces. So as Elon sent out a satellite carrying vessel into orbit, they experienced a magnetic storm, and they lost 40 out of the 49 that they sent up. Now, it sounds like a lot. It is. I don't even think they knew it was coming. I don't even know how you predict a space storm. But let's talk about what they said here. Stories from Insider. Elon Musk's SpaceX said it lost up to 40 Starlink satellites that launched into orbit last week because of a geomagnetic storm. The aerospace company sent 49 Starlink satellites into lower Earth orbit on Thursday via Falcon 9 rocket. About 80% of those satellites were significantly impacted by a geomagnetic storm. On Friday, SpaceX said in a statement Tuesday, geomagnetic storms are triggered by disturbances between Earth's magnetic field and charged particles from the sun known as solar winds, according to the Space Weather Prediction Center. SpaceX has launched more than 2,000 Starlink satellites in orbit Out of nearly 1,900 are functional. Out of which nearly 19. Nearly. How is nearly a that's still 100 plus just out there. It's above 100. But I mean, what are they doing? Like, they just floating? That's a business. You should have a space cleanup. I think that'd be so dope if you just had like some type of space cleanup company. You went out there with a big ass space truck and just cleaned that shit right on through. That's gonna be lucrative at some period in time. What I don't know what period or what time, but that's gonna be a gig, and people are gonna do that gig. Now, these are two Vegas stories, and I had to get into them because one of them was really, really close to my house. So I'm not going to tell you the streets it was on, but I find this story interesting. A bartender got robbed at work. Now, the company has made him pay back what was stolen. So he's suing them because after he did pay it back, they put him on call. They literally took him off the schedule and put him on call. Now, I've never heard of this. If I get robbed, you have insurance. That's your business's fucking job. As a business owner, excuse me, let me say this properly. As a business owner, you should have everything in place as far as insurances and things that cover your liabilities. Robberies happen. So if somebody breaks in or somebody comes in and has a gun and sticks up your clerk, you're responsible for that money, not your clerk. I don't give a shit who you think you are. Nobody's going to die for your funky ass $3,000. And God fucking damn if you're going to take it out of my check. So, I should have got it from Fox, but I didn't. Anyway, this story is from NBC News. Edward Parker was working at the lodge, I'm not even the name, earlier December 4th, 2020, when a gunman ordered him to kneel on the ground and put his hands behind his head while the armed assailant took all the money that was in the bar. According to Clark County Civil, man, that gives just flashbacks of bad memories. According to Clark County, civil complaint filed last week. Edwards was terrified during the ordeal and feared for his life as the gunman got away with $3,937 and $35. Why is my mouth doing this today? $3,937.35. The lawsuit said. 2 people were arrested in connection with the robbery, and there's no evidence whatsoever that Edwards knew the individuals or had anything to do with their actions on December 4th, 2020, the suit says. So, not only did they find the people that did it, they know what's going on, they understand that he has nothing to do with it, but yet and still this company felt like they could take the money from this young man when he was the one that was being robbed. I feel like he should have sued them off rip. I had a buddy of mine that was a bartender, and he got robbed. And that shit didn't go good for him. He was weird for a long time after that. I don't know. Some people ain't good with guns, but where I'm from, we see them shits all the time. And I butchered the shit out of that. I apologize. What's interesting about this, too, is that they docked his pay. They literally wrote him a letter and said, listen, either you sign this document that says you're going to pay us back $300 out of every check until you pay us back the money, or you're fired. So he didn't want to get fired, so he signed the pay. It was 2020. It was literally the middle of the pandemic. Like most jobs in Vegas, they closed. So there was very few places that were making money, steady money at that. There was there was one gay bar that was doing very, very well during COVID because they were open and they were allowed to make money. So if you worked at a bar, you were doing pretty good because people were just trying to get out the house anyway. And then to have an asshole come in and ruin your whole night, and then the business bending you over and just no Vaseline también. What the fuck is he supposed to do? And we got one more story with so many people in this real estate boom and so many things moving around. We have an iconic piece of Nevada up for sale. The Love Ranch. The story's from Fox News. The Love Ranch in Pahrump is listed for $1.2 million. The price includes. Let's hold on. The person that owned it, Hoff, he passed away. I think it was 2 years ago, and I think the person that's in charge now just doesn't want anything to do with it. I don't think you get licensing. I'm not sure what comes with it as far as the business, but this is a real estate sale, not the business sale. I'm sure buying it, you'll be able to acquire the licensing to continue the business as it runs. And if not, I'm sure something else will come about. This is pretty iconic. The Love Ranch in Pahrump is listed for $1.2 million. The listing price includes the 10,000 square foot property with 15 large master suites, complete with furnishings and TVs. Excuse me. The property also has a 2,500 square foot corner bar and commercial kitchen that makes one hell of a fucking burger with bacon. Shout out to the cooks in there. Included in the price is also 2 mobile homes, a backhoe, a mini excavator, an advertising truck, and a limousine. The price purchase includes multiple lots in Pahrump, including a 0.49 acre residential lot at the airport, a 0.62 acre commercial zone lot on the Highway 160, and 2 4.5 acre lots and 5 1 acre lots off of Homestead Road. You basically get this guy's whole fucking kit and caboodle for $1.2 million. If you want to invest in this with me, just give me the money. $15 million by Thanksgiving. Spotify, you think I can get $1 million to go buy this? We can do mad stuff over here. Like, I think it'd be dope if it was ran by a chick. I think they should keep going, do what they're doing. As a matter of fact, I would partner up with OnlyFans, and it would be the first OnlyFans brothel in Nevada. If you are not familiar with the Love Ranch, definitely reach out. I am not available for real estate anymore at the moment. I'm not doing it right now. So don't reach out. I mean, you can reach out to me. I'll connect you with somebody, but I'm not talking prices. I'm not talking anything that's illegal for me to do. Right now, my license is, I got it on hold. I don't want to deal with people. Sorry, but this is a great deal. And if somebody wants to go with me and invest in this, I don't have to be a realtor to do this. I just want to do this as a private person and maybe even put it under my business name. I mean, I think this is a great, great buy with a bunch of property. And Pahrump is a very, very, it's a lucrative town. A lot of things are moving in that direction, and most likely, Vegas and Pahrump have gotten a lot closer within the past 5 years. Just to be honest, I live very close to Pahrump, but I'm not quite there. And with the houses that they've built and expanding the freeway used to be 2 lanes. Like, it's 5 lanes now. It's fucking huge. It's crazy to even go over there. If you don't know what Pahrump is, it's on the other side of Nevada, or over the hump on the other side of Vegas, near California. 1.2 million ain't bad for as much property as you're getting. And for as many things as you get. And that backhoe alone gonna make you that money right back. I bet you that backhoe will make you $1 million in 5 years if you do it right. Well, that's it for today's show. I know Loner was saying I was supposed to do like an hour and a half. We're gonna get to it. I'm not sure exactly how. Unless I get like 2 producers to really help me out, or I need someone to help with like topical stories. Like, I'm tired of finding out about random shit on Facebook, or just like looking at trending topics. Like, I didn't know about Nelly and Lil Fizz touching pee-pee holes and shit. Like, I found that out today through memes. I don't want to be late for that. So if anybody out there wants to intern for the show, hit me up. I'm looking for an intern. If I can get an intern, I bet you I can get to an hour and a half. I need to be like Joe and them. That's the goal. Be like Joe and them. That's what I'm going to name the next pod. I should name this pod Joe and them. Anyway, my name's Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. Wine.